Only war.
What is up, gents? 40k Dirtbags here. We got a battle report for you today. We're at Jack's Battle Bunker. We got Chaos Demons, the main detachment, versus our new Creations of Bile Legion list. I think the Legion list could be doing well. I need to put it on the table. If you guys are new to the channel, thanks for clicking on the video. We did get ranked #1 Chaos Space Marine player in the world for 2025 and technically 2024. I don't know what you want me to say. And then we were ranked #1 United States best player on ITC, which was huge. Crazy year. Can't believe it happened. Thank you to all my Patreons for supporting me and getting me to this point in my career of 40k. If you guys are new, we do have new swag for sports people out there. We got the Space Marine, we got Chaos, we have Grey Knights, a bunch more getting added to the site. Click on the description below. That'll be in the merch stuff you guys will see in a little bit. But what we're going to do today is we're going to go over picture by picture, turn by turn. It's about a 30-minute battle report. We kind of go over what we did good, what we could work on, and how to get you guys better at 40k. Kind of tips, where we deploy, how we deploy, where we play, stuff like that. That's the whole point of the Dirtbag Nation. So if you guys want the coach in your corner, you could head over to Patreon, support the channel. But yeah, let's get into it. So we're going to go over sponsors, lists, and then get right back into the video. Alright guys, if you want to support the channel, head over to the merch store. The link is in the description below. We have our new sports themed Grey Knights, Chaos, and Space Marine logos on a bunch of different shirts. We just updated the shirt as well. These are probably the most popular. So if you guys want to rep these at the local GT, you can do that. Also sport the Dirtbag swag. So really appreciate it. Click on the link below. If you guys are interested in other merch, we do offer some 3D prints. We have Codiez, the Assassin, should be in every single list. The Space Marine Lieutenant, Space Marine Librarian, the Tech Marine for Grey Knights, and the Cypher should be in every single list. We have poker chips, which are great for sticky objectives. All of the stickers are manageable. These will be on t-shirts soon. We have widgets still, and we have about orange and orange. So we have orange Dirtbag dice. If you guys are interested in getting some dice thrown on the table, hit me up in Discord and we'll get back to the video. All right, today we are testing Bile with a shit ton of stuff. We're going to test out Abaddon in this detachment. So we got the big old Conrad Curse Abaddon. We got Cypher. We got a Dark Apostle. We have Bile, who's not the Warlord because Abaddon's the Warlord. We have the Prime Test Subject Lord with the 4 damage hammer, 4 rolls to hit. We have a Rhino, 30 Legionnaires. We have a unit of 5 chosen to go with Abaddon. We have a unit of 10 Possessed. We have 2 5-man units of Night Lords, Nemesis Claw, 1 Warp Talon unit, and 1 10-man Cultist unit. So we got 2,000 points, ton of models. Let's go. All right, Jack, what do we got today?
We got 2,000 points of Demons. We have a Keeper with I forgot the goddamn name. The Soul Stealer.
Yeah, healing enhancement.
3+ when she kills something, she gains a wound back. 2 individual Beasts of Nurgle. The Mask hidden in the back. Then I have Be'lakor, Shalaxi, the Great Unclean One with the Endless Gift. Squad of 6 Nurglings. Squad of 5 Seekers. 2 squads of Plague Bearers. 1 Poxbringer, and a squad of 3 Nurglings.
And the main detachment?
The main detachment is the Demonic Incursion.
These look awesome.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So those were the lists. Again, I really want to test out this like 50 to 90 Marine creations of Bile. I think that having this one I chose +2 speed. We're kind of testing out to see if +2 speed, if we just pick that, we don't have to randomly roll it, would that be good enough to just make a list around it? And it is pretty fucking good. Playing Chaos Cult for a year straight, having everybody be speed 8 and getting +2 to charge as well was just super quick, and having Marines bodies with that speed is just scary good. So we might have something here, but we're playing our boy Jack at the Battle Bunker. We have the deployment. We are playing Purge the Foe. So with this list, I'm not as scared as I was with my Chaos Cult list, because this one actually has some, you don't have to worry about your units dying to a stiff breeze. But we played Purge the Foe. We do have a GT coming up, which we're testing for. So yeah, well, let's go with the deployment. We got, what's his name? We used Conrad Curse as our Abaddon. He's with the Chosen behind the wall. Again, their speed 7 and 8, so they could basically sprint pretty far into this little triangle, which is what we're basically aiming for. Our speed 11 possessed, they're doing the same exact thing, so they're basically stuck right there with Cypher right in the middle. Cypher wants to stay around the center just to kind of run either way, so we can use his vector and keep everybody honest. We have a unit of Nemesis Claws up here, which I said after the game I would probably be switching these guys up for 2 more Cultist units. So having 2 more Cultist units instead of 1 Nemesis Claw sitting in my backfield screening, I could have 1 unit of Cultist and another unit in reserves to do actions. Then we have Bile and the unit with the Lord and the up here. So I think my game plan here is to move up, drop the guys off on the objective, and then have Bile's unit hop in and kind of like swap stuff like that. Unit blocking out, we have the we actually start the Warp Talons on the table because they can go back up into reserves if they kill something. He put his Nurglings over here, which I can't kill 6 Nurglings with 5 Warp Talons. Another Nemesis Claw, and then he got 3 Nurglings out here with Big Geo up front, Be'lakor in the back, and the Slaanesh chick there, Nurglings, and then Seekers over here. If he gets first turn, he can scout 9 and then basically run and block deployment zone. But with Purge the Foe, you don't really want to give up a kill turn 1. If you can resist a kill, that is really what you're going to be doing. So you're either going to try and kill somebody or not get a kill in return. So that's kind of why I dropped my Seekers in my other list, because they always gave up a free kill in Purge the Foe. But I think when you're deploying, guys, you don't want to put 3-man Nurglings out front against any army. I think I would either be putting them in Deep Strike or kind of where these other Nurglings are, just to kind of be super safe, so that way you can use 3 Nurglings to run that way, 6 Nurglings to run that way. But honestly, I would probably just keep them in Deep Strike if I was Demons, because you already have 6 Nurglings in the position that you really want them to behind this little L cover. So for turns, we happen to go first. You could just see we basically lined up everything as far as we possibly could, because this is a very aggressive list with advance and charge plus 2 speed. I chose Abaddon's giving me the 4+ invuln save to melee or infantry. So I have a 4-up invuln to all the possessed, all the chosen, himself, and then some of these Nemesis Claws over here. Now he doesn't have a ton of shooting, that's why he's able to kind of hang out right there. And I wanted him to get some shots on the Nurglings up here. So we took the Nurglings down to 1 Nurgling. We didn't get to kill him. I ran Bile up instead of getting them into the Rhino. So I ran the Rhino up, staged it right there. The Lord stayed in there because he's the test subject Lord, so he gets an extra damage, crazy, all that shit. He's Legionnaire, so he gets 4 rerolls to wound with his Dev 4 damage hammer on objectives. The other Biles over here, now with Legionnaires, you actually get to roll D3 to come back for 1 CP. That's why most of these squads are with Legionnaires, because Battle Line, you can bring back D3 guys. So that's what I really like about this list, is you can really threaten objectives. So let's say they charge you, you can then pile onto the objective. If you happen to be losing it, you can just spend a CP and get 2 to 6 more OBSEC on that point come the beginning of the command phase, which is just nuts. So that's basically what we did. We got no prisoners and assassination turn 1. So we actually didn't get anything, so we didn't kill anything turn 1 in the assassinate. I was just too far away from his characters, but he has all characters, so we basically kept assassinate and no prisoners, because that's just how this game is. We did get a extra CP, so I didn't have to ditch one, so that's another benefit of having Abaddon on the list. So his turn 1, he basically moves everybody forward. He gets the big Geo on the point, which is really what you want to do with the Geo, is just kind of camp the point because he's 4-up, feel no pain. Nurglings move up to give everybody -1 to hit aura. This chick came down within 6 with the CP and then got the 6-inch charge. This isn't the character one, so it's just the basic one with the enhancement. Every time he kills somebody, he gets to heal a wound, but he got the charge off, so he wasn't able to kill anybody till after I swung. So he swung in. I think he killed a couple of them, nothing crazy. And then we swung back and we took him down to 9 wounds. So pretty good on the clapback. We brought in from reserves our Legionnaire with the Dark Apostle, which I think is a secret tech in this list, honestly. The Dark Apostle having 2 4-up invuln peasants next to him, and then on 1 CP you can actually bring those guys back, because it says that they have to be a part of a battle line unit, which they are, and it just says bring back D3 destroyed models in that unit, excluding character models. So they're not character models, so you can bring back those guys as well. So you're basically tanking these big shots on these 4-up invuln save dudes, and then if they happen to die, you can then bring them back for 1 CP D3 guys. So you can bring back a Legionnaire or him, or depending on the situation. It's a really, really good strategy with that specific list. And he gives the unit +1 to wound. The unit gives him full rerolls to wound. You can do the precision enhancement on him if you really want to throw 10 points at him. But that unit is scary good in melee. So yeah, over here we could basically move up Abaddon to get in range to kind of finish off this demon, because again we have no prisoners and assassinate, so we have to try and kill this demon as much as possible. The Lord swapped, so the Lord got out of the Rhino. Abaddon's unit that got charged by this chick turn 1 got into the Rhino, so that was a swap. So these guys got out. Bile fell back into the Rhino. Then the Rhino basically moved up 12 to charge the Geo. Anytime you see a Geo's I think strength 8, Rhino's toughness 9. So the Geo in melee wounds Rhinos on 5s. So Rhino just goes up and hugs the Geo as much as possible every single game. And we were testing the full rerolls to wound with the Possessed. Now, probably a bad target. we threw the Possessed into the Geo, did full rerolls to hit because of Abaddon, and then 2 CP full rerolls to wound against a character unit. And they have dev wounds, so we basically procced everything. Full rerolls to hit, exploding, and then dev wounds on 6s. I think we wounded him 12 times with dev, and he made 6 saves. So we only did 6 wounds to this freaking Geo with full rerolls to hit, full rerolls to wound, and dev. So that was a good test. Never doing that again. And then the Rhino, ballsy, charges in, does 3 hits, and then 3 6s, and then he fails 3 times, and then fails 3 4-up Field of Pains. We were just like, what the fuck just happened? Basically, the Rhino himself did half as many wounds to Geo than the 10-man Possessed with full rerolls to hit, full rerolls wound, and dev wounds. That shouldn't happen, but hey, it's 40k. Cypher's still in the center. He's within 12 inches of her and him, so that way they can't be picked up or really done anything. He brought in Shalaxi over here with rapid ingress because he wants to go after my backfield, which is really smart on his part, because all I have is Cultist, Warp Talons, and a unit of Nemesis Claw. Then Big Boy got brought back down, and holding the point, which he made sticky. Seekers are in the back just waiting to do something. And that was it. So we killed this chick. He's sitting on like 12 to 16 wounds. Not touch, and then he's going into his turn. So that was this bitch, who I think died like completely. I think I rolled with, I didn't proc the once per game Kamehameha with the Lord. I did just normal. So with +1 damage, he goes to damage 3 even still with dev on his hammer, so he doesn't have to proc his Kamehameha. And I think I did 12 mortal wounds, 12 dev, because full rerolls to wound on the objective. So 12 just gone. So that's kind of why we're just saying, hey, bye demon. So that was crazy. So they're kind of just chilling there. You can see how many dudes we have. So we have the 10 Legionnaires there, 10 Legionnaires there. We still have Bile and the 10 Legionnaires in the Rhino. We have Chosen, Abaddon, and then 10 Possessed. So it's a lot of bodies, a lot of 2-optic bodies on the point. He is wreaking havoc in my backfield. He also had no prisoners and behind enemy lines, so he's basically trying to go and just kill as much as he possibly can, which is nuts. So he's in my backfield. Be'lakor actually failed this charge, which was huge, because without Be'lakor going in there and saving Geo, now Be'lakor is just there, which I can shoot at him, throw a grenade, do whatever I got to do. So that's basically what happens to Be'lakor. We do move up Abaddon. Abaddon advances. Bile gets out onto the home field. The mask is there. The mask almost ran out, and I was like, no, don't run the mask out because I'm literally going to go try and kill her. So he ran the mask back to try and be more protective. That was turn 1. He was going to give me Assassinate turn 1, which would have been a 10-point swing. So I was like, no, keep the mask back because of my secondaries. So up here with just a slugfest, he brings another unit of the Poxwalker, or not Poxwalkers, the Plague Bearers. So 2 10-man Plague Bearers are just slugging away into this unit that just keeps coming back, because every turn I'm spending 1 CP to bring back D3 guys. And then the character has 5 attacks, strength 5, AP 1, 2 damage, and gets +1 to wound. So he's wounding these guys on 3s, hitting on 2s, exploding on 6s. Like, this guy is just munching down Plague Bearers like it's his job. We still have a Lord kind of camping out on this objective. We're trying to figure out what the hell we're going to do with Geo. But after this, Abaddon charges in, leaves this bitch on 1 wound after everything. So charges in, makes a bunch of invuln saves, does like 6 dev wounds, and then all these other guys don't really pop off because they're just strength 5 weapons, so I'm wounding them on 6s. So we don't really do a lot to him, get him down to 1 wound, and then now he clops back, does 1 CP, and just murders Abaddon in his face. So Abaddon goes down, kind of swing, but not swinging. This chick, I fall back, and we kind of just surround her, trying to keep our home field objective, because we can't really kill her. I just have Nemesis Claw and Cultists. So we fall back and just be like, all right, here's a 10-man unit of Cultists while the Nemesis Claw hold the point. And, excuse me, you can't really do anything about it. Nurglings are still alive, haven't really gone into them that often, but Geo died to all the random pot shots. He was rolling not a lot of 4-0s, but lethals with Chaos Space Marines, just a bunch of chip damage. Chip damage, chip damage, chip damage, grenade, and then eventually he just goes down. The Rhino does blow up, which these guys have to desperate escape. So Rhino blowing up, these guys desperate escape. I was able to get 6 inches onto the point, which we stole his home field objective. And now the Seekers are, again, just gonna do secret things and die. So at this point in the game, Bellacor's on 1 wound, Shalaxi's in my backfield, Geo, the other character, is dead, and then all he has left is 2 Plague Bearer units, the character on the Plague Bearer, Seekers, and then these Nurglings. And I think he's about to bring in a Beast of Nurgle back here. So Beast of Nurgle had to keep his home field objective safe. And then there was another Beast of Nurgle on my home field. So he had really good secondaries going into like the last 2 turns. He had Sabotage, which was in my home deployment zone. He had Cleanse, which he can cleanse on my objective and the bottom objective, and then Establish Locus. So he basically had all these the last 2 turns, which he was doing with his 2 Beasts of Nurgle. And then Shalaxi is kind of just chilling in the backfield, and I'm trying to block him out from doing anything. So he can't go through the walls with this detachment. So I'm like, here's a unit of Chosen. Here's a unit of Nemesis Claw. Stay away from the points. That is basically what we're doing. Cypher's somehow still alive, camping the top objective. We got these guys strung out, camping this objective, trying to go save our Dark Apostle, who's still somehow alive, just swinging away. There's 1, 2, 3 Space Marines. 4 Space Marines, 2 of the 1 of the shield dudes, and then the Dark Apostle. And then he's got 1 more unit of Plague Bearers. Bile, camping the home field objective. He's doing the actions. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 possessed left. So it was just honestly a brutal murder with the demons. This is the final table. We have 3 Chosen left on the home field, tying up the Beast of Nurgle. We have these guys tying up this Beast of Nurgle down here. Shalaxi's trying to get to the center. Shalaxi did get a charge off on these guys up here. That's why they're all kind of in a little circle. And this is, I'll explain this double one in a second. So what he had to do, this is basically my turn 5. This is where we ended. Bile doing his actions up here. We have the 5-man unit right here. We have the Lord's unit right here. I think this was Dark Apostle's unit. He sniped out the Dark Apostle because it's Shalaxi. And then the Lord has 3 wounds left. So we have the full unit here with the Lord. Dark Apostle got sniped out. Small 5-man, and then we surrounded Shalaxi. So by the end of the game, what he had to do on turn 5, he had established Locust, which he was able to do, and Aerial Denial. So he had no objectives turn 5 because he has bottom of 5, so he has to basically try and kill models to get the points. So he was wrapped with Shalaxi. Shalaxi then had to Desperate Escape, which he was able to fit on the other side of this wall, 14 inches, which was perfect. So right where he was, 14 inches on the other side of the wall, got him to the center. And he had Air Denial, which would have got him another 5 points. So by the end of the game, he would have had an extra 5 points here. I'm sorry, 4 points. Hold more. And Area Denial. But this dude rolls a 1 for Desperate Escape, spends a CP, rolls another 1. So, oh man, I just felt so bad. It's just like Shalaxi at the end of the game just needs to escape, can't escape with the Chaos Space Marines. We time down, he tries to re-roll it, we time down again, and then Shalaxi dies. So technically he didn't get there, but we gave it to him anyway just because it was a friendly test game. But there you go. Rolls a 1, CPs it, rolls another 1, Desperate Escape dies. Now he's not in the center. We get kill more. So we get kill more and hold more, which is just crazy with this mission. So this is the end board state. What did we learn? The main detachment is still good. Like the Chaos Space or the Chaos Demons detachment, going up and down, making stuff sticky, advancing and charging, coming down within 6 inches and still charging is just really good as a Chaos player. So if you guys are playing Demons, it's still a really, really good detachment to play and master. I do like his list. He's bringing this list into the GT this weekend. It has options for a lot of stuff. It's got the scout moves. It's got the infiltrators. It's got the -1 to hit. He's got 2 Slanesh with 5 up Feel No Pain. He's got the 4 up Feel No Pain. He can heal. He's got 2 sticky objective marker dudes. And he's got 2 really tough Beast and Nurgle, like, and the mask. So he has, this list is a very, very good list. It just was going against OBSEC to bring back guys, +2 speed on everything, full reroll state. Like, it was a really hard list for him to go into. But it was still a really fun game played by Jack. And this is the final score. We finished up with 91 Chaos Space Marines, 74 Jack Demons. So for our primary, we had 8, 16, 16, 8. And again, this is the Purge the Foe. Then turn 1, we didn't get anything because we had no prisoners and assassinate, but we kept them both and got them the both next turn. So we had no prisoners and assassinate. Then we had sabotage, area denial, extend battle lines, containment, engage, and establish. So we had 33 out of 40 for secondaries. Then for Jack, he had 36 out of 50. That turn 5 was huge for him. He had 5 for area denial, 4 for established locus, and then 12. So that's basically what, a 21 point turn 5. Crazy. So 28 out of 40 and then 36 out of 50 for primary to leave up with 74. So end of the game, 91-74. Great game played by Jack. If you guys can see, how you set up is really going to be determined on layout 1, especially for melee armies, and where you're going to kind of like stage and camp with this. So I think Creations of Bile is super scary with this type of build. I have to test it into a shooting army specifically to see if it can actually survive and kind of come back and actually do steal objectives from those types of armies, but we'll test it out. We'll get some more games going. So guys, I appreciate it. Thanks for looking at the video. Go check out the new merch. These shirts are sick, and we'll see you in another video soon. What is up, gents? 40k Dirtbags here. If you guys are interested in joining the Dirtbag Nation over at patreon.com, you get a bunch of perks. What we did in 2024 was we really expanded. I had traveled a ton and I played my ass off in 40k. Right now we're ranked #1 best player in the United States on ITC rankings. We were the #1 Chaos Space Marine player in the world this year in 2024. 2 years ago, we got ranked #1 Grey Knight player in the world, and this year we're probably going to go into Death Guard, hopefully when the new codex comes out, or Emperor's Children. But you guys, if you guys want that head coach or that coach always in your corner just to ask questions, bounce ideas off, that's what the competitive Dirtbag and the Dirtbag Nation is all about. If you guys want to support the channel, you head over to patreon.com. You can join the Just a Car tab, which is $5 a month. You guys get access to the Discord Patreon tab. You have to be a patron to get into that Discord. And also, I'm always there. All the other coaches are there. Basically, it's just such a good community over on Discord that you guys get specific access to it that only Patreons can get. If you guys want to bump that up, the competitive Dirtbag tier, you guys get to message me or another Grandmaster or another Dirtbag coach over the Dirtbag Nation to add unlimited questions, list ideas, list reviews, and bounce ideas off of. That's what having a coach in your corner is all about. If you guys want to bump up to the Grandmaster tier, that tier you get every perk under the sun. So basically you get access to Discord, you get one-on-one coaching, you get a call once a month if you guys would like to go over any RTTs coming up, any GTs coming up, any list reviews live over Discord chat, and also a special perk that Grandmasters get. If you guys want any video suggestions like we do all the time with these table setups that we just upgraded thanks to the Patreons, you guys get suggestions or battle reports you want to see specifically played live by a coach or myself on the next battle report, or a live battle report coming up on the Patreon. So you guys get obviously first access to all the videos. We post them first on patreon.com, but there's just a ton of benefits to having a professional coach that plays this game all the time at the very, very high competitive level in your corner at all times. And that's really what the Dirtbag Nation is all about, getting you guys better at 40K, the basics, and being good in your community. So if you guys want to support the channel, I really appreciate it. Couldn't have done it without you guys in 2024, 2025. I am super stoked for, super excited for. We really want to get a bigger studio going. That is going to be my focus in 2025, is really growing the community on YouTube and Patreon specifically. So thank you so much for 2024, all my Patreons. If you guys are interested in joining and want that coach in your corner, head over to patreon.com and support the channel. Appreciate it.